Shalom, shalom. First off, foremost, I must give all honor, praises, glory, and respect to our Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakagadash. The Wadi Yahbashim Yahshai, forgive me, spirit through this lesson, must give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for the mighty work that they do, and also mighty shalom to the hopeful leg watching out there. Shalom. This part now, you come back to another quick lesson from GMS Camp Gary, Indiana. And, Slakia. Back to start itching out of nowhere. You know how it go. All this stuff starts to happen once you click play. You know, once you press record, that's when it go down. You know. But anywho, without further ado, the Orange Squad, also known as the Goon Squad. You know, the Orange Man and his goons. You know, so-called Illuminati, who has, you know, our commander-in-chief and you know, and strings. They pulling the strings on this nigga to you know, decree these unrighteous decrees, to come down with great wrath. Okay, they bringing the hammer down on Jake. Okay, and also in the interim, you know, these lower class Esau Edomites and these lower class heathens are gonna suffer as well with us. But mainly this is for Jake, you know, so-called blacks, so-called Spanish, so-called Native Americans. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay, this is Jacob's trouble, the beginning of sorrows. Okay, the beginning of distress. All right, perplexity. Okay, you know, everybody's gonna be perplexed on what's about to unfold. Okay, as we all see, we all should be aware, and we all should have heard that EBT, the SNAP benefits, you know, are coming to an end in November. Is it going to be forever? Eventually, yes. Okay. Is this just a trial run? Most likely, yes. Because you know how these niggas do. They test that stuff out before they actually go through with it. Okay. Because they want to see the reaction. Okay. And they always cause the problem. And they act like they didn't do it. They act like it was unintentional, okay, when everything was done on purpose. They shut the government down on purpose, okay? If you can't understand that, you can't believe that, something wrong with you, okay? Because it's obvious. They could have got it back together, all right, approved it, you know, ahead of this situation, but they're like, no, we don't have no funding for EBT, okay? You know, and people believe it hook, line, and sinker. Some don't. They say, oh, the Orange Man shut down, you know, SNAP benefits, you know, and it did, you know, but that's just the beginning, okay? Section 8 is next. Okay, I looked up articles said, you know, the AI overview saying that as long as this continues, that's on next. And they say it's gonna start at a small scale, okay, and then it's gonna go to a broad horizon to where the whole thing is finished. Okay, and all these government programs, Social Security, what's the other one? When you can't work because you're injured or hurt or a disability. So, all these checks and all these programs and all these funds that government assistant programs, they're gonna be null and void eventually. Okay, and all to save money. All right, so we can fix the economy when this nigga is trying to crash the economy. Okay, he's trying to bring it down so they can bring in that new world to the order. Okay, and establish it in its full complexity. All right, and it's almost established. It's need that one comprehensive cyber attack. Okay, to put things into 100% perspective. All right, to maybe to push the envelope. Okay, but you know, as we see, the devil is coming down great wrath. Okay, this is why it's time now to put off the weak nature. It's time now to seek Yahweh by Shem Shai, 10 times more, okay? Because as soon he's not going to be found. The prophets are going to be off the street, prophesying. They're going to be off the internet, prophesying, okay? It's going to be a famine of the word. And it's also be a great famine as well, you know? And then people not going to be able to eat, okay? And they're going to start trying to ransack these places, these grocery stores, Walmart, etc., and just take, steal. And the way you think it's going to happen, it's going to cause civil unrest, right? And martial to the law, okay? That's what's next, all right? Best believe, okay? This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 14, starting at verse 14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Okay, we're going to start at 13. Now therefore set thine house in order. Okay, we got to get ourselves together. Set our house in order. Okay, get our minds right. Okay, get everything together and what we need. Prepare. Okay, because this time has come. Evils and only evils. Right? That's why we have to walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. Okay, we have to buy back the time. Okay, because the days are evil. All right. Hold on. There's breaking news. Breaking news. Just something just came up my feed. It said massive internet outage. Okay, I couldn't read the whole thing, but you know what? There you go, right there. This is why it's time to set thy house in order, and reprove thy people, comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Okay, we're renouncing corruption right now because we live in working for a corrupt government. Okay, who's not for his people. They're against him. If you haven't noticed, okay, verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts. All right, we have to let go of all these dumb things that we think about. This senseless drama that be in our lives. Oh, I don't like this person because he did this to me. Oh, he said that. Oh, forget all that crap. Oh, I gotta get some new shoes. I gotta get all these people at work bothering me. Oh, I'm tired of no. Forget all that crap. Okay, that's nonsense. It's vanity. All right, we gotta think about the kingdom. Okay, because Yahweh Shai is on his way back to redeem the elect. Okay, that's what needs to be our mind. The kingdom of heaven. Okay, getting up out of here. Okay, we got to prepare for a time like never before. Okay, cast away the burdens of man. These are all burdens of man that just mess with our mind, plagues our minds, and it's meaningless. Okay, these are all meaningless thoughts and troubles that we are suffering right now. Just wait till Jacob's trouble. Okay, when there ain't no food, all right, when ain't nothing to eat, when it's chaos, when you don't know, when you can't even walk down the street without somebody trying to kill you or kidnap you. Okay, whether it be the military, the GERB troops, or just people who trying to purge. You know what I'm saying? Put off now the weak nature. It's not it's time. It's time to gird up thy loins like a man. Okay, we gotta prepare for war. Okay, it's about to be war on these streets. Okay, why do you think he's trying to set the National Guard in order, in place? All right, he's moving the chess pieces on across the board. Okay, and that's the reason why, because he know all hell about to break loose. Okay, verse 15. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Okay, we want to be able to escape the things that are about to come to pass. Okay, that's why we have to be holy and acceptable unto Yahweh Shem Yahshai, created by us a living sacrifice. Okay, so we can escape these times that are about to unfold. You know what I'm saying? Any day now, any minute. That's how soon it is, right? For yet 16, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. That's right, greater evils. Man, we think it's bad. We think, oh man, this is no. We haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, there's more to come. Okay, more calamity, more destruction, more starvation, more homelessness, more people getting kicked out. Okay, more job losses. Okay, AI is about to take over. You feel me? All right, this is Second Esdras 15 and starting at 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Yeah, people about to start breaking in people's houses, right? Man, they about to start doing a whole bunch of kidnapping and graping. Okay, they coming after your kids. They coming after your women. Real talk. So if you ain't set, you ain't prepared for that, man, you gonna get ran through. Real talk. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. That's right. That's why they see protests. These protests are going to turn into violent acts. Okay, they're going to be torching buildings. They're going to be coming after the governors, mayors, right? Even they just threatened the president yesterday. Okay, so hey, yeah, this is the time we in right now. Okay, Second Esdras, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. That's right. Martial to the law is gonna happen, okay? The lockdowns, okay?